you kind of get like a weird idea about that kind of stuff being like partially okay. But
yeah, I feel like the main thing is like getting married young. Like a lot of my friends
That's
got
the
married
thing,
out of high school.
yeah. Well, we talked about this. When I went back to my reunion, everyone's married.
Yeah.
Two people that we were in school with, and we talked a little bit about this, about how I thought maybe it's maybe it was like some of these people's night out for a while.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. Like, I think some people kind of try to carry that over, but like, no one's married. That's like super illegal now. You can't marry someone that's 12 unless you get their parents' consent, which you can do at like 14 or something like that. Like, you can't even drive yet.
Bruh.
You seen this?
Just think about this. Like, somebody comes up to you, says, "Hey, can I marry your 14-year-old daughter?"
Bro.
And he's like 30. No.
Shotgun in your face.
Just straight. Just first thing.
Come here.
Can I marry your?
Yeah.
Like.
I'll be like, hey, how about you come in the house? We'll give this a little talk.
I guess.
Oh, you in my house? I can kill you.
Intruder!
Intruder! It's right in the chest. Done.
That I always think like. I know we're about to go way off topic if you don't mind.
Never mind. Let's do this.
I
like your energy level. Like when it was real low. Now it's getting up because we're talking about incest. There you go.
I made a movie like that.
It's a true story. Yeah.
So.
I like this movie.
Mm-hmm. We made a movie.
Yeah, we made a movie. Oh no. Did I check out Ian? It's in one of our profiles probably.
Okay, being a dad. Let's just make this a topic. Let's talk about like being a dad. All right.
So we're getting to it. So we'll be a dad and then we'll go to little things.
All right.
Okay.
So like when I don't know, like I'm not shitting on my dad or anything like that. I just didn't have like a father figure like mainly through my life. Okay. Like he was kind of my friend, you know. My parents separated when I was a baby, so I would see him every other weekend and do fun shit with him.
Okay.
And then like he was like a country dude, like he's kind of a man, so you think. So he was kind of like intimidating. Like if he got mad at you, it was you fucked up.
So I mean, like you were like drinking beer and chopping wood at like 5, right?
Yeah, like I didn't drink because I was like my mom was maybe so scared of everything. So like
yeah. I mean, I was kidding, but yeah.
But no, he would like if I felt nauseous or something, he would give me a sip of his beer so I could just get it out of my system and throw it up or whatever. Which was funny because I remember that like there was one specific instance that happened.
Yeah.
And I was so scared of the beer that I like saw it and you know how the beer kind of goes to the top of the can, like there's a little bit left after you take a swig. There's like something.
Yeah.
And I just sipped that, like thinking, I was about to just be so drunk or like.
This is all like scared from your mom.
This is like 7-year-old, like my mind thinking like whatever.
Oh man.
But anyway, there's some things that I take from him that I would want to be like. I want to be like I guess a firm parent, but like I want to be fun. Like I want to like. I don't know. Like it depends. I know it depends on like if I have a boy or a girl. What kind of parent I'd be.
Yeah, me and Meg been talking about this actually, because next few years we gotta start popping something out at least making the rounds, the daycares and all that. So that would be obvious after, but we talk about this a lot, but I keep coming back to this like idea of wanting to raise boys and girls the same, exactly the same. Like, cause I keep, you see movies where like the dad has to raise the girl, and there's some kind of tomboy or something. I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing, and I don't think that if you raise you could raise a boy or a girl that way, you could be like really wimpy boy or like
Yeah.
manly boy or whatever, or girl, tomboy or whatever.
Yeah.
And they could I think you can do both at the same time. That's what I'm thinking. Like I think I'd raise them exactly the same. I don't know. I think that's my viewpoint on it.
I guess what I would want is to just, teach them about life, obviously,
Mhm.
but also like give them the freedom. I think that's what I missed about my childhood is I did have a lot of freedoms, but I guess the mentality, like the way I was raised in the South, so like everything had to look better than it was. Like
Mhm.
we had to like treat everything like we were okay or like whatever.
Yeah.
Even if pretend like smiling just because it's appropriate in public, like kind of like shit like that. Like I don't know. I wish that I would have learned to speak my mind earlier.
Mhm.
Like I think that I would have gotten a lot further in life quicker if I was able to. Because eventually, I think in high school or so, I started doing that. I started like dressing weird and like doing like expressing myself and like acting and all that stuff, and it's gotten me a lot further than
Yeah.
just being fake to people.
That's true. I mean, that's always going to be true. Like, if you're more real up front, then it's going to work out better for you. But I think there's a point in time where you're gonna like, when you're in middle school, you probably like letting all that sink in. Like, oh, I should probably do this, and then I think there's a switch that flips, and then you are who you want to be, for the most part.
Yeah.
I think the same switch happened for me at the first day of 7th grade. First day. Because sixth grade was the worst year of school I ever had. Alright. The way 6th grade was, we had to move from a new school, or our old school where we've been with the same group of people for forever, since I was in 1st grade. Or half of 1st grade, to this new school where we were going to be joining 2 or 3 other schools of other people that we'd never met. So the way it got shuffled was we're broken up into 3 sections that our class was, and they all had a set of 6 teachers to where you made your rounds, you went to different teachers for different things in middle school. So the way it worked was we were in a long hallway, the whole 6th grade, and it was broken into 3 like chunks, right? And literally everyone that I went to school with was in the other 2 chunks.
Yeah.
I knew no one, and it bummed me out like so much. I was so bummed out because I didn't see anybody I knew all day. I had to make these new friends I'm not friends with now. Like, they just bum me out, these people. It ended up being like okay in the end, I guess, but 7th grade, after that year was so shitty, I was like, you know what? 7th grade, first day, I don't give a fuck. Literally said it in like over and over all summer to myself. I'm like, you know what? Fuck next year. I'm doing what I want. Fuck them. Fuck school. I'm just gonna do this, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I just kept telling myself it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. And ended up, I mean, I met Meg that day.
Ooh.
I met Crow that day.
Right.
2 people would change my life.
Yeah.
Met my best friend and now my wife that day.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, you have that one day, and I mean, it could change your life forever. Like, if you decide, like, fuck this, I'm done being this, smiling in public, that guy. But I don't know. Did you have a day that was just like it was different?
Well, but mine was like because I moved schools.
That was what happened to me.
Yeah, I moved to town, like.
Oh, you moved. Oh, okay.
So I had to leave all my friends and like, and that was like in like 5th grade was when I moved. So it kind of sucked because like I spent all elementary school with all these people, and I was really bummed out because in Ocean Springs, the town I used to live in, they had a school just for 5th graders. I thought that was the most ballin' shit ever.
That's kind of baller.
And I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go to, I think it's called Tacony or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. And we like got to tour the school and everything. I was like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. And then we moved. Bummer. But I was like, I would say I was kind of a popular kid. Like I hung out with everybody, went to parties and stuff like that. And so that was like a weird thing for me when I moved to Wiggins. I didn't know like, but that's the town that my mom's from. And since it's so like family, everybody, like all the big families, like my grandma owned a store. I don't know if you knew this. She owned like a clothing store, a really successful clothing store in Wiggins for a long time. So like the family was kind of popular, but I didn't know that. And so she hooked me up with her best friend from high school's son to like hang out with and go to school with for the first day. And it just turned out that he was the most popular kid in school. So like,
that's pretty baller.
I was like, all right. And this is actually, you need to hear the story.
Oh my god.
Sorry, we're gonna go a little bit longer. But okay, so before I went to school, I went to a little league baseball game with my mom because she wanted to see her other friends like had kids in the thing, and I like baseball.
Yeah.
So we go to see one of her friends, and friend has a daughter. And she's my age, everything, and I just thought she was like hottest girl. Like I was like, oh my god, yeah, like I want to date that girl, and we were like making eyes at each other and stuff like that. So then, flash forward to the day after the first day of my 5th grade year when I was going with Kyle's that kid's name.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, so how'd you like school? I was like, it's cool, you know. And he said, is there any girls you like? I said, yeah, there's this girl. I want to say her name too. There's a girl, her name is Katie Guthrie. And I saw her at this baseball game, and I you know, whatever. And he goes, oh, that's my girlfriend. And I was like, oh, no, dude. Listen to this shit, though. I was like, oh, no, dude, like, you know, I didn't mean, like, whatever, like, that's fine. And he was like, well, you should have her. Just straight up pawned her off. Was like,
what?
5th grade baller. Like,
kicked to the side?
Yeah,
like, no, I got reserves.
He was like, yeah. He was
what?
Like, she's my girlfriend, but you can date her. And I was like, what, really? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. So, this is what happens.
Damn, bruh.
This is what happens. Like a week goes by and like shit is unfolding, and
hold on, did he break up with her?
Yeah. Listen how weird this shit is. This is like
this is great.
This is some weird ass shit. So I think like a couple days later or something, like in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Kyle and I are sitting at one cafeteria table, and she's like 2 cafeteria tables over, like far away, like where there's a bunch of people in between us. Kyle legit, I swear to God, like he was like, you still want to date her? And I was like, well, yeah, but like you don't have to do it. Like this is not a big deal. He's like, no, it's fine. Watch this. So he turns around and he said, Katie, we're breaking up. Just like that. He's like, yeah, we're breaking up. And he does that, and she's like, what? You know, like, you know.
Yeah.
And said something like she like pointed to me or something like that, and she looked at me, and kind of like got shy looking or whatever, but then like was freaking out because this 5th grade boy breaks up with this girl in the middle of cafeteria, like in the middle of lunch, in the cafeteria in front of all of our class, and like just, you know, no regard whatsoever. So anyway, so he does that, and I was like, oh god, this is awkward. Like he's like pointing at me like you should date him, and I was like, you know, like smiling, like I don't, you know what?
Yeah.
So then, a week, maybe even a couple days later, we ended up starting dating, and she was my girlfriend for like a year and a half.
What?
Yeah.
What? Please tell me you're still friends with this guy.
No.
This guy's amazing.
We're not friends. But we did remain friends like for a long time, like probably until high school. But
was he a baller like the whole time? Because that's some baller shit.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You don't do that.
No, he was a very confident fella, I really like that dude a lot. Though we're not friends, but like he's really cool. He ended up we actually started bonding in high school again because he started wakeboarding like semi-pro.
No, of course.
And was like doing like sponsors and like all this shit. And so and we actually got injured at the same time once and like had to go to rehab together. I think, or like at least we're rehabbing at some point. But he was so he did that. And we ended up dating and. But here's the thing, like when we made it official, I remember Kyle was like behind me in a line, like going to class, and he kept flat tiring me, because he like realized that he gave up, you know, his girlfriend. It's so ridiculous.
What a weirdo! Like, who even does that? That's we're breaking up. Amazing. Shit, man.
That is the story of my first girlfriend in Wiggins.
That's an amazing story.
No.
Are you still friends with her? I would need to talk to these people.
No, not really. But if I were to see those two people, I would have a nice friendly conversation and catch up and stuff like that.
All right, when I go to Wiggins with you, we'll find them, and I need to confirm this story.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. I can't even talk. There's no story that can top that. Nothing. So, might as well just talk about the little things,
Okay.
make it a brief one,
Mm-hmm.
and then skedaddle.
No.
Because I gotta show you the skate spot, possibly get my phone, and gonna go test out PlayStation VR today.
Nice.
Hopefully. This Best Buy says they have like a test thing, so hopefully we'll go try to test it out and see if I don't get nauseous and throw up everywhere.
Okay.
That'd be cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me this before? That was amazing.
I never really thought about it.
That sounds like a life-changing story. And you never think about it.
It's one of those things that, like, I guess when it happens to you, it doesn't seem crazy, but like when you say it out loud,
it's insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
We're breaking up. Best thing I've ever heard.
Something like.